Hey guys, Audrey Wise with Journey Realty Group here in Arden, North Carolina. I hope you all are doing well amidst all this coronavirus craziness. I thought you might be interested in knowing how it's affected our local real estate market here in Buncombe County, as well as our national real estate market. So I thought I would jump on here right quick and share some stats with you that I got earlier this week regarding national statistics. And then after that, I'm going to let you know what's going on here at home. So stick around. So let's take a look at what our national experts are saying about the housing market right now. Recession does not equal housing crisis. They are expecting a slowdown, but they're not expecting a full-blown crisis like we had back in 2008. Bill McBride from Calculated Risk says, with the sudden economic stop and with many states shutting down by closing down schools, bars, and restaurants, my view is the U.S. economy is now in a recession, started in March 2020, and GDP will decline sharply in Q2 as Goldman Sachs is forecasting. The length of the recession will depend on the course of the pandemic. So I think it's important that we remember that this is a pandemic. It's a virus. The coronavirus has got to run its course. And then after that, I think people are going to be getting back to normal. They don't expect a repeat recession. Wells Fargo says, we do not expect a repeat of the severe recession of 2008 and 2009 because the virus and oil shocks are not endemic to the financial system, but are rather external. Once the virus infection rate peaks, we expect a recovery to gain momentum into the final quarter of the year and especially into 2021. You can see from this chart that during the last 5 recessions, home price changes went up 3 out of those 5 times. Home prices actually appreciated. In 1980, they were up 6.1%. In 1981, they were up 3.5%. In 1991, we took a little bit of a hit, negative 1.9%. 2001, they appreciated 6.6%. And then in 2008, you see this incredible crash of negative 19.7%. But the point is that these first 4 recessions were not nearly as bad as 2008, and 2008 is what we all tend to remember. But I think a lot of us learned a lot of lessons during that time. Back then, people were taking equity out of their homes and they were buying these huge expensive toys and stuff, and now they're not doing that. Everybody learned from that. The Federal Housing Administration indicated it's enacting an immediate foreclosure and eviction moratorium for the next 60 days. And the Federal Housing Finance Agency announced it's directing Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to suspend foreclosures and evictions for at least 60 days. So that's super helpful for those who are being laid off or who can't work right now during this. And now interest rates are at all-time lows, encouraging people to buy. So the powers that be are trying to do everything they can to kind of keep the ball rolling throughout this crazy time. So this is their projected forecast. Okay, so in Q2, there is going to be a sharp decline as this virus runs its course. But they're expecting that in Q3, we will be coming out of the woods, and then by Q4, we'll have some really strong gains going into 2021. So that's all really good news. I think that we should try to keep an optimistic outlook during this time. The national experts have an optimistic outlook for the housing market, and I think we can say the same thing here for our local housing market based on the fact that this whole crisis is driven by a virus that's going to have to run its course, and then once it does, things should return to normal, at least as normal as possible. But I do want to share with you a little bit about what I'm seeing here in Asheville and Arden and the surrounding areas and how it's affected buyers and sellers here. Obviously, out-of-town buyers cannot get on a plane right now and come here to tour homes, so we've seen several cancellations regarding those buyers. Because we're getting ready to be on a lockdown, we're not going to see buyers actually going and entering homes at this time. However, we are able to implement FaceTime tours, virtual tours, and video tours and actually get the client in the home without physically getting them in the home. I love how much technology we have available to us these days. It's super helpful in times like this. And when it comes to signing papers, we can obviously do all of that electronically as well. As far as sellers go, I've seen some sellers be reluctant to list their homes right now because they know that buyers really can't come look through them. On the other hand, I have seen some sellers be very willing to list their home because of these lower interest rates, because they know that home buyers are going to be taking advantage of those lower interest rates. With all the digital marketing that we're doing these days, they know that they can still get their house out there in front of a lot of people. As I said before, we can do virtual tours and video tours and FaceTime and all kinds of things to get an interested buyer inside that house. As far as open houses, we will be allowed to conduct open houses, but they will have to be done virtually. I'm seeing a lot of new listings come on the market every day. I'm seeing it through e-blasts from other realtors saying that they have new listings, and I'm just seeing it on the hot sheets through our MLS system. So people still have to sell, people still have to buy. We as realtors are just having to be creative in how we bring buyers and sellers together. The good news is the medicines that they're using to fight this coronavirus do seem to be helpful, and they seem to be working. So I'm hopeful that in the next couple of months we will be returning to life as we used to know it. In the meantime, know that I'm here for you as a realtor and as a friend. If you need anything, let me know. If I can answer any questions for you, as always, please reach out to me. And enjoy this extra time you have with your families. Just wanted to reach out to you and let you know what's going on in our market and how this coronavirus has affected it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Stay well and stay safe out there.